So I've been trading the financial markets for over 3 years and invested in the financial markets for over 7 years. And if I had to start over today, there's truthfully a lot of things that I would do different. I'm not one of those people that I would change things necessarily, but I would do a lot of things different because I could be where I'm at now and where I'm on track to be a lot sooner. And the thing is, most new traders are drowning in information and blowing accounts because they've never truly learned how to get a real solid foundation. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I'd approach trading the futures market now, knowing all the things I've done, going through all the reps, all the hours I put in, and how you can use this really to fast track your way to success and get yourself where you want to be. If you're new to the channel, first off, welcome. If you've been before, of course, welcome back. My name is James Strong. I make videos about trading the financial markets, investing in those markets, and of course, we need to manage our money. Now, I focus on trading the financial markets because this is how we increase our income and we get cash flow. But make sure you're always investing. Make sure you manage your money properly and you're putting your money to work because, again, at the end of the day, we always do this for freedom. We're doing this to change our lives and our families' lives. So when it comes to the things that I would do different, right? A lot of new. Let me just start with a lot of things that new traders have wrong, right? A lot of traders, and I have a different mentality because I did come into trading from business, but again, I made some of these mistakes as well, right? A lot of new people, when they get into trading, because they're so infatuated with making money, they want to jump straight into. I can't. Let me not even say the money piece. Let me go to another route, right? A lot of people are so infatuated with the charts and thinking it's this super complex engine and machine. And yes, trading is difficult, but it is not that hard over time, right? It's kind of like learning a language. Learning a language is difficult, but once you start to get the basics and the mechanics and you get enough time under your belt, you know, you start to understand things, right? And then you do it again, you practice in real time, you start to understand, you know, a few words in a sentence. And then eventually, you know, after a couple years, year, 2 years, whatnot, right? Depending on your effort, you know the language. Trading is its own language. A lot of people are so infatuated with it, they want to overcomplicate it. And they're coming in, the first thing they're doing is they're jumping straight into trying to get all the indicators on the chart because it looks, you know, whatever, right? Oh, I need the RSI, I need this. Trying to use extra tools like fibs and all these things, and they don't really understand them. They're strategy hopping because most time when people get in this too, and this is one thing that I talk to my students about when we cover like psychology and all type of things, is they want to strategy hop because some people get into this and trying to make money too fast. Yes, you can in theory make money, but the goal is not to make money, right? Like it's to have steady income. There's a difference. Hey James, what's the difference? All right, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. When you make income is predictable. So think about this, right? You go to your job, you know what I mean? I hope you got a job. You're watching. If you don't got a job, you know, get one. You feel me? Because you shouldn't be trading. Now again, you grown. Hey, do what you want to do. But it's not responsible as a grown man or woman. You feel me? But I'm talking to my fellas out there. It's not responsible as a grown man to be, you know, doing this stuff with no money in your pocket, right? Make sure you got your income up. You know what I mean? Again, that's what separates me from a lot of people. I'm not gonna sit and tell you put your last $1,000 of your daggone rent money into your account. Hell no, that's stupid. All right, get your money up. I understand it's a process. It can take work. You know what I mean? But you can go get it. A lot of people want to strategy hop. Like I tell my students, man, they get into it trying to, not my students, but you know, I tell them when we cover psychology, a lot of people get into it trying to make money too fast. They don't understand this is a real process. This is a real business. Like this thing, it takes time. It takes work. There's a reason most people quit and don't, you know, get to these points. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of work. I think they need 10 setups instead of like one refined system. And I'm not saying eventually we don't have more. The goal is definitely to have, you know, a few in your belt because there are seasons where some slow down, but the others can sustain, you know, your profitability or your income. But up front, you don't need 10 ways to trade. You need one good one you believe in. And when you focus more on trading more instead of trading right, I mean, it kind of just shows like, hey, that's not really, you know, you kind of can see where you're going to be at. All right. So the first thing I would do personally, if I had to start over, man, Number one, I'm mastering market structure. Now, a lot of people think they have this down. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't mean master like a simple pattern or, you know, an indicator reaction, a wick off of EMA. I don't mean none of that stuff. I mean a real, like the real market structure, how the market moves, not just, oh, a break of structure, higher high, higher low, not the basics. I mean, like, yo, like now I can get on a chart and I can literally see, I can put reaction points, right? I may not know how far it's going to go because nobody predicts the market, but I can literally plot points now and it's like, it bounces off of it because I've learned how structure moves. I know if price breaks above here, again, I use the word know loosely, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen in the markets. We react to the markets. But I have a high inclination. If price goes to this point and does this, it's probably going to react like this. You know what I mean? So that's actually why I guess I'll probably drop that video too, but I'll wait for that video to mention that. But I would learn market structure, right? Learn how price moves. It's going to change the game. Get fluent. We just talked about the language. Get fluent in naked charts. I trade naked charts. Please, bro, I would get fluent in naked charts. And again, I'm glad I did. I never was an indicator person. So that's what I kind of did from jump. I tried, you know, using EMAs or whatever. And again, it's not right or wrong, but all EMAs are lagging. Every single other EMA, all it's doing is crunching numbers, running formulas. But if you can see price in real time, and you have a real system, you don't need them, right? They can help you. There's nothing wrong with that, again, but don't rely on them. So that's another thing I would do, right? Train your eye to spot the real money moves. Next thing I would do, I would build a single time efficient system, right? One that stands the test of time no matter what. Like an old reliable, you feel me? An old faithful. Something, you know, you can go to and catch some moves. Whether it's how often, whatever, right? But something you can do. Man, I pick this one setup, this one system, make sure it fits my schedule, back test it until literally your eyes hurt. I'm talking about, and then when they hurt, go to sleep and do it again for another couple months. Make sure it's timeless and it works, because one thing I had realized too when I was early on in my journey, I had tested something and it was cool, right? I was like, okay, cool, but I didn't understand that there were seasons to setups back then. I didn't understand that there were high season, low season. So I had back tested a very high season for one of my, it wasn't even, I wouldn't even call it a system. It was more of just a setup, aka a pattern or something like that, right? There was not as much to it like I trade now. But then I got to trading it live, and the first week, I mean, I went crazy, man. It was like 7R return, but then it literally just smacked me. And I was like, yo, what's going on, right? So make sure you have enough data, you back test and you go in and you lock in, get clear rules on this system. Next thing I'm doing, all right, I'm going to back test with purpose. Now, I just talked about back testing, yes, but back test with purpose. So if you listen to what I just said, right, I said there were errors in when I was back tested. A lot of people want to back test just to, like, it's another thing, man. Like, a lot of people want to back test and they just want to be right. You know what I mean? Because again, I have days, like, bro, my wife knows, right? I have days, weeks, months I put in to test a system. Now I have plenty of profitable systems, but it's the thing that people won't tell you. Just because something is profitable does not mean it fits your lifestyle or fits the way you trade or your personality. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna go too far on that, because that's what I cover with my students. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty tailored and personal. But most people don't understand that. So when you back test with purpose, back test to make sure that, you know, hey, you're testing that the time you actually will be able to trade. You're testing something that actually fits your personality. Like, don't go live trying to prove something. Like, some people will comment on the video, you know, asking for my opinion. And again, you know, it's all love, you feel me? So I give them, you know, real love, like from a big brother point. I remember one person asked, like, hey, they got, you know, $300 or $600 or whatever. They don't really care if they lose the money. They just want to trade and see what happens. And I respectfully was like, you know, like, that's pretty dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to scratch your ego. If you only got $600 to trade and you don't care what happens, no, what you really want is you hoping you can flip it into like 6,000 or 10,000 or something, like these little stories people say on social media when they full of it. You feel me? Nah, man, take your time. It's a business, you know what I mean? If you respect trading now, it's going to respect you later. If you take care of trading now, it's going to take care of you later. You know what I mean? Like, and That's just the fact. I just want to say that, man. Like, even where I'm at now, like I'm not necessarily where I want to be, right? Because I'm pretty insatiable, right? I have a hunger that I like to keep feeding. So the bar is always getting set. But I be daggone, man. I look at where I'm at now and the things I talk to my wife about, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. The conversations I have now, the things I'm doing now, the money I make now, the amounts I tell her now is just normal. Like, it's crazy. Like, cause I remember when I first started, I was like, yo, like, I knew stuff was real, but this is like, dang, you know what I mean? And again, I'm a private person, so I don't put too much, out, right? If you're close to me, if you're one of my students, you know what I mean, my one-on-one students, stuff like that, some of them, of course, know that's like family to me. But man, bro, I would lock in, drop that ego, and then just focus on being consistent over the profits, because I'm telling you, that stuff gonna come. Don't worry about if you're losing. You want to see if you're losing when you back testing. You want to see if you're losing when you back testing, so you don't lose real money. Like I said, it's coming from somebody who's putting real money on the line every single day, man. Like, you rather know if something's wrong, so that way when you get your real money on the line, hey, you've seen it before, or you know how to adjust to these type of market conditions. Another thing I would do, dude, find a framework and not just random tips. And the thing with like a lot of videos or information is it's pretty scattered, because one, a lot of people they talk, to be honest with you, right? A lot of people are talking and they don't really do it. Now, that's not everybody. There's some good people out here, but information is scattered because it's not tailored to that individual, right? When it comes to this stuff, it has to be tailored. Like I tell people, it's like clothing, bro. Like, yeah, you can buy some pants, you know what I mean? But again, I'm 6'6", 250. I could buy some 36 waist pants, but bro, if I get them 32 length, they gonna look goofy on me. You know what I mean? Like, they gonna be high waters. Whole ankles gonna be shivering. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what we want. We need this thing custom fit. And so, like, again, even for me, I have a big chest. So if I go get a suit, I have to get all my suits tailored, because I have to get it broad for my shoulders and stuff, but my waist is small. So that's why when you find a system, right, a real framework, you can begin to tailor it to yourself, like custom clothing, so it fits you. Yes, there is some good information on YouTube. Be very careful who you listen to. Do not listen to everybody. You know what I mean? All the cats shining the cars, the watches, the this, the that. Hey, do what you want. You feel me? Because a lot of people, they ain't really here with it. But just being honest, most people who really doing it, like people I know in real life who ain't even on social media, they ain't moving like that. You know what I mean? There's a reason most of them cats are shining all the toys in front of your face. So be cognizant of that, man. Just understand that you do need structure. So again, now that's on them. There are some good people too, but the information is not custom. It's not fit to you. You need structure. You don't need noise. All right. And so when you can plug into a proven system and then tailor it, or get help tailoring it to fit yourself, that's when you can begin to have growth, right? So if you're interested in learning more about, futures itself, getting a strong foundation, make sure you join my next Futures to Freedom Challenge. Or if you're interested in taking your trading to the next level, then make sure you go to my link down below and apply to work one-on-one with me. As I say, always, this is not open to just anybody, right? This is for people who are serious, people who really know they can do this, people who want to take their trading to the next level. You can apply below, and then you may get accepted for that. And then, obviously you'll be in my rotation of my students now, right? So, man, lock in, but make sure you take note of all these tips, man. Don't focus on the hype. Focus on the real information, because it's about building real income and having a real plan. With that being said, man, I hope y'all got value from this video. You already know, if you like making money, you like this valuable information, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And until next time, baby, much love.